Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's show. We're going to be going over today quite an embarrassing video, and it's about them sending a car up into space. Yeah, I know that's basically what they're saying they've done. So a lot of people are waking up to this now. A lot of people are waking up and seeing that it's really just a load of shit, and they're starting to ask questions like, why could we fly up to the moon in 1969 and land first try and have a bit of a jig on the moon and fly back with no problems, and we can't do anything close to that now. So they're always looking for little ways to sort of try and keep us occupied, make it look real, and also it wouldn't really surprise me if they're sort of just coming around and going, right, what can we do now? I'm going to take a car up there, alright, go on then. Almost like a joke, just sort of rubbing in our faces that they're taking all this taxpayers' money and just blatantly lying. And I know you're sort of thinking this couldn't have happened surely, but it did. And I think they were also a bit embarrassed about it. They didn't really leave too much in the press about this. They didn't show too much about it, which they usually do. This one, they sort of did it, and then I think that even they were embarrassed by it. So it sort of just flew under the radar for a lot of people. A lot of people haven't actually seen this. So here it is.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Boost back shutdown. Center core boost back burn shutdown.
Really excited about today. Incredibly proud of the SpaceX team. They've done an incredible job of creating really the most advanced rocket in the world and biggest rocket in the world. I'm still trying to absorb everything that happened because it seems surreal to me. I had this image of just a giant explosion on the pad with, a wheel bouncing down the road and like the Tesla logo landing somewhere with a thud. But fortunately, that's not what happened.
Video there, they never show the full thing, and you sort of think, well, why don't you show the full thing? There's a lot of people that are doubting you. A lot of people now are waking up to this. So why don't you just stick a camera on, show the whole thing, literally just show the rocket going straight up in the air, and just show the whole thing. Silence everybody, all the doubters, all the people that you want to silence on YouTube. Just shut them up, show them the whole thing, and they never do, of course, because they physically can't. So they always show you the first part, the rocket taking off, and then when the rocket turns sideways, which always does, they don't show you that part, and then they just cut to sort of like a CGI bit, which is hard to tell, and then the car. I mean, look at the car. I mean, it's so embarrassing, and you can see why they were visibly embarrassed by it. And obviously it looks terrible. And I don't even understand why it looks so terrible, because they've got so much money. I mean, you sort of think, well, surely you could do a bit better of a job on this. You could give it... You could at least make it look semi-real. But they can't even do that. And this was an extremely embarrassing thing. I mean, you've obviously clearly got the CGI background. You've got a car floating straight up. And obviously, as most things they do, there was a call for people saying, oh, this looks like, absolute shit, this looks really fake. So they look at Elon Musk, head and founder of SpaceX, and you always know when someone's on the wrong team on their side, because they're bigging him up in the media, constantly saying how much of a genius he is, how brilliant he is, etc., etc. Anytime they're doing that, there's something wrong. And so people obviously are going, oh, this looks absolutely shit, it looks fake, what is this? And he came out and he gave probably the best defense I've ever seen anyone give, which is where he says, it looks so fake, it must be real.
Man just cruising along with the blue planet, and how long will we be getting live views, do you think, from the car?
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly.
I mean, that's just brilliant. What a defense that is. It's like when people say, it was harder to fake the moon landings than it was to actually physically build revolutionary technology and fly all those thousands of miles to the moon. It was much harder to fake it. I mean, it's just such an embarrassing excuse, or not even excuse, embarrassing sort of reasoning for something. I mean, it's like me saying, I swam from China to like Australia, and here's a picture of me in the sea, and there's a picture of the sea, so it must be real, and it looks really fake, so it must be real. You can say that about anything. It's almost like something a child would say at school. Do you know what I mean? To get out of trouble or something. It's just brilliant, and it's only them that do it. So yeah, people are starting to ask a lot of questions. Like why did we could go to the moon like in 1969, land first try, have a cheeky press conference with the president, all this stuff. Why can't we do anything like that now? And that's when they go, we can send a car up, float a car about with a little dummy in it. That's pretty cool. And you can even see in Elon Musk's press conference in the video that he's laughing. Like he's sat there going, "Wow, this is so embarrassing." Like, maybe it's not even embarrassing for him. Maybe he just thinks we're idiots. And in fact, they do. They definitely think we're idiots. They just sit there laughing. They probably just sit around a big table laughing, going, "Right, what are we doing today, fellas? Send a car up. Oh, sweet." It's mental, and it's so bad sometimes and so fake that you sort of think, is it like a big, like, we know it's not real, but is it a big troll? Is it just like a big joke? I mean, because that's just embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Another thing these guys do as well, you get Richard Branson, he does the same thing. These guys love space, and they'll sit there and they'll tell you how great space is and how it's the most important thing, and one day we're going to have to leave Earth and we're going to have to build apartment blocks on Mars and find a way to live there. And you sort of think, okay, you guys love space, you're making millions, got millions invested into your companies, Virgin Galactic or whatever it's called, SpaceX, and you think, you guys love space so much, but you never fucking go. Like, you've never been. Like, you've not been once. There's no images of you guys in space. You know what I mean? Like, I love Italy, so I go to Italy all the time. Have a pizza, go see Rome, do the things, the tours and whatever. Go out to Florence, because that's what people generally, when they love something, that's what they do. They go there. You know what I mean? Whereas these guys, they sort of tell you how great space is, but they don't go themselves. And you think that's really sort of the first thing that you'd be doing, surely. You'd be up there straight away. Telling everyone, because Richard Branson has taken money from investors, telling them that they're going to go to space, and he's been holding back on that for about 400 years. Like 20 years or whatever, he's been holding back on that. Surely he'd just go, right, let me go up. I'll show everybody it's possible and I'll be up there. But no, it doesn't even do that. It's just amazing, like, how you get these people, and everyday people will look at them and go, oh yeah, that's a space guy, oh he's in space and whatever. Never been. Doesn't even look like he intends on going. But he'll sit there and tell you how important space is and all the rest of it. How mad is that in itself?